Okay, back to Athenaze chapter 2. A couple things to just mention regarding this. So, this is the Italian version of Athenaze. And the thing I like about it is, if you'll notice, you've got these pictures here, which is utilizing sort of a, I guess we could say it, a comprehensible input format for learning language. And it's helpful to see these pictures because you get a little bit of an idea, right? You see Xanthias is laying down here. You see, this man is walking. You see the ox and the plow. And so the other thing that I really, really like about this Italian version is down here you have the gloss for these Greek words, but the gloss is not in English, it's in Italian. So unless you know Italian, you can't really cheat. You're going to have to look these words up in the lexicon. So if you don't know what bradeos means, you're going to be looking that word up in a lexicon. So it forces you to do the hard work and not cheat. The other thing, obviously, that's helpful is just getting into a text that you're completely unfamiliar with. If you're reading something that you're familiar with, for example, many seminary students are reading, Koine Greek biblical text, and they're intimately familiar with scripture. And so they think their Greek is further along than it actually is because they actually know the English text uh, pretty well. So when they're reading Greek, it just sort of pieces itself together. But you get yourself into a text like this, you force yourself not to have a gloss, and you're stuck here doing the hard work. And so I think there's a lot of value, especially when you're learning Greek, in getting yourself into a resource like this. So we'll continue reading through Athenaze. I am using a classical Attic pronunciation, or a reconstructed classical pronunciation, of which Attic Greek, this is the type of Greek that we're looking at. Attic Greek is a subset of Classical Greek. It's one of the dialects of Classical Greek, and the most uh, the dialect that most of the greatest Greek works that we read have been written in. And so it's good to look at this style and become familiar with it. So we are in chapter 2 of Athenaze. Let's continue reading. Ho Xanthias Alpa. Ho Dikaiopolis egbaine ek tu oiku. Kai kele ton Xanthian. Ho Xanthias doulos estin. Ischiuros menanthropos. Argos de u garpone. E me parsten o digai opulus nun de cateude intoiokoi. O un digai opulus cale auton que lege. El te duro, hosantia, dia te cateudes, meultos argos isti ala speude. Ho un Xanthias bradios eg baini ectu oiku que lege. Dia ti e uto calipos o despota? Ugar argos emi ala ede sperdo, ode dicaeopolis lege. Elte dero. Kai su lambane garton oraratron, que pere auto proston agron, egogar elavno tu bus, ala spaude micros, mengar estin ho agros, macros deho ponos. ho Xanthias beta, homeun Dicaiopolus ilaune tus bus, hode Xanthias opisten badisde, cae pere ton aroratron, dia oligu deho Dicaiopolus esiage tus bus est ton agron, que blepe prostondulon. Hode Xanthias, u parestin bradeos garbaine, houn Dicaiopolus cale auton, que lege. Speude ho Xanthia, que pere moi ton oratron, hode Xanthias lege. Al ede speudo, o despota, diati urto, cale posse, bradeos de pere ton aratron pros auton, hon Dicaiopolus agi tus bus, uper ton zugon que prosapte ton aratron, epete de prostondulon blepe, hode Xanthias u parestin cateude gar eupoton den toi dendroi. Houn Dicaiopolus caleoton que lege. El tedero ho gattararte, me cateude alla su lambane gar to sperma que derro acolute, homenun dulos to sperma lambane que acoluti, hode despotes scaleten Demetra, que lege. Helios esti, o Demeter, que pletune to sperma, epeta de to kendron lambane que kente tus bus que legi. Speudete ho boes, helkete to arotron, que aroteurete ton agron. Well, let's translate through this section. Ho Xanthias alpa. So Dicaiopolus comes, or we could say steps out, or comes out of the house and calls Xanthias. Xanthias is a slave, a strong, but on the one hand, he's strong, right? A strong but lazy man. A man, or we could say a man strong on the one hand, but lazy on the other. For he does not work unless, Dicaiopolus is present. And now he is sleeping in the house. And so, therefore, Dicaiopolus calls him and says, "Come here, O Xanthias. Why are you sleeping? Don't be so lazy, but hurry." And so Xanthias comes slowly out of the house. Bradeos. He comes slowly out of the house and says, "Why are you so hard, master? Why are you so hard, O master? For I am not lazy, but am already hurrying." Speudo. But Dicaiopolus says, "Come here and help." He's come here and help. Take the plow and carry it into the field, for I am driving the oxen, but hurry. For the field is small, but the work is long. Ho Xanthias beta. Therefore, on the one hand, Dicæopolis drives the oxen, and Xanthias walks behind and carries the plow. And soon Dicæopolis leads the oxen into the field and looks toward the slave. But Xanthias is not present, for he is going slowly, brarios. And so Dicæopolis calls him and says, there's spoude again, he calls him and says, hurry up, Xanthias, and bring to me the plow. But Xanthias says, but I am already hurrying, master. Why are you so hard? And he slowly carries the plow toward him. And so Dicæopolis leads the oxen under the yoke and attaches the plow. And then he looks toward the slave, but Xanthias isn't there, isn't present, for he is sleeping hupatoi dendroi, under the tree. Therefore, Dicæopolis calls him and says, come here, cursed creature. Don't sleep, but help. Take the seed and walk behind. And so the slave takes the seed and walks behind. And the master calls Demeter and says, what does he say? So the multiply calls Demeter and says, be gracious, oh, be gracious, Demeter, and multiply the seed. Then he takes the goad and he takes the goad and he goads the oxen, and he says, hurry, oxen, drag the plow and plow the field. You notice the use of the imperatives here in the end of this. Hurry, drag, plow in the end of beta here. So that is Athenaze chapter 2, alpha and beta.